Azra, hello. Sorry, I am just messing with the headphones. That's very noisy. Beg your pardon. Right, I do not feel good because I do not think that you have had a proper amount of prize from your auction. So, I'm just going to read the first relevant book that I found. It's called Balkan Ghosts, and it's by Robert D. Kaplan, Kaplan. And I have to be honest, I haven't properly read it yet. It's been on my bookshelf for, what was it? God, 1993. What was I doing in 1993? I can't remember. Anyway, this gives me a good excuse to read it, and I'll just do the first few pages for you tonight. I'm sorry, my voice is not good, is it? It's I guess I am very tired, but I hope this is clear, and I shall read slowly. Prologue. Saints, terrorists, blood, and holy water. I shivered and groped. I deliberately chose this awful pre-dawn hour to visit the monastery of Pech in Old Serbia. In the Eastern Orthodox Church, spiritual instruction exacts toil and rewards. Exacts toil and rewards it with a revelation of hell and redemption that is equally physical. If the intruder from the West is not willing to feel with his whole being, he cannot hope to understand. Inside the Church of the Apostles, painted in AD 1250, my eyes needed time. The minutes were long, and like the unbroken centuries, full of defeat. I carried neither a flashlight nor a candle. Nothing focuses the will like blindness. The blind man is not hindered by his eyes. He keeps steady on the same road, like a drunk man holding on to the fence, wrote Petar Petrovich Njegos in The Mountain Wreath, the greatest poem of the Serbian language. It is the mass murder, it's greatest poem of the Serbian language, full stop. In it, the mass murder of Islamic converts is justified as a means to sustain a local battle against the Muslim Turks. Njegos was a bishop of Montenegro, the mountainous area adjacent to Serbia. The mass murder about which he wrote took place towards the end of the 17th century. Briefly, just as the darkness began to recede, I grasped what real struggle, desperation, and hatred are all about. The workings of my eyes taught me the first rule of national survival, that an entire world can be created out of very little light. It took only another minute for the faces to emerge out of the gloom. Haunted and hunger-ravaged faces from a pre-conscious Serbian past, demonstrating a spirituality and primitivism that the West knows best through the characters of Dostoevsky. I felt as though I were inside a skull into which the collective memories of people had been burned. Dreams took shape, hallucinations. St. Nicholas, with his purple robe and black reminding eyes, at the back of my head. Saint Sava, Serbia's patron saint, and founder of this very church, who descended through the watery void to offer gifts of mercy and inspiration. The ascended Christ, a dehumanized peasant god, beyond the last stage of physical suffering, more fearful than any conqueror or earthly ideology. Apostles and saints intermingled with medieval Serbian kings and archbishops. They all appeared through a faith's distorting mirror, with elongated bodies and monstrous hands and heads. Many of the saints' eyes had been scratched out. According to peasant belief, the plaster and dye used to depict a saint's eyes can cure blindness. Superstition? Idolatry? That would be a Western mind talking. A mind that, in the words of Joseph Conrad, did not have a hereditary and personal knowledge of the means by which an historical aristocracy autocracy represses ideas, guards its powers, and defends its existence. It would never occur. To a citizen of the West, writes Conrad in Under Western Eyes, he that could be beaten with whips as a practical measure, either of investigation or of punishment. This church posted a warning. The deeper the darkness grows, the less rational and the more terrifying becomes the resistance. Now that was that wasn't my finest reading. I'm so sorry. I hadn't looked at it before, and I made a lot of mistakes. But I think it is better to do something than just to not do anything. But I really must sleep, and but it was nice to have a look at that. Yes, I think that's it. I hope that you manage to sleep tonight. I really do. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Bye bye, Azra.